Praise to the gods and peace to the elements. Hey world, it's your girl Corinne here with some more cardio and chat. So let's talk about the essential vitamins your body needs to function, especially if you're an athlete, right? Striving for that peak performance. Don't worry. Anyway, look, often as athletes, we focus on macronutrients, which are like going to be your protein, carbs, veg, and what our calorie intake needs to be in order to function at optimal levels, right? But how often are we as athletes really focused on the micronutrients, which are going to be your vitamins, your minerals, your herbs, and that's pretty much what's going to give us that longevity to perform and outlast our competition. Some just happen to actually just fall in line with this, but those who have a targeted approach to biohacking on how to use vitamins, minerals, and herbs are actually going to be the ones that will see long-lasting, long-term effects that outperform not only their competitors, but is really the cheat code for longevity in this life. So why do athletes need vitamins and minerals? Well, it's simple. Because these nutrients and essential minerals are nearly in every process and purpose in our body, from energy production to muscle repair and immune defense. And at a molecular level, they act as cofactors for enzymes, facilitating chemical reactions that produce energy, repair tissues, and regulate cellular communication. Now, physiologically, adequate vitamins and minerals enhance stamina, improve muscle contraction, and optimize recovery by reducing inflammation and supporting the repair of damaged tissues, which we're doing on a regular, right? Now, on the other hand, deficiencies can lead to fatigue, impaired performance, weakened immunity, muscle cramps, and slower recovery. Now, not all vitamins and minerals are actually created the same. They're actually broken down into categories. On the high end, you have like your fat-soluble and water-soluble vitamins, which these are two categories. So let's break down the differences between them. So we have our fat-soluble vitamins. They're stored in your body's fat tissue and liver. This means your body can save them for later use. So you don't need to actually take them daily. But it also means you have to be careful not to overdo it. Your water-soluble vitamins are a bit different. They dissolve in water, which means your body doesn't store them. It uses what it needs, and then it flushes out the rest through urine. That's why you need to replenish water-soluble vitamins more regularly, and that's pretty much like your diet. But both types are essential, but understanding how they work and when and how to take them can actually balance your total nutrition more efficiently. So let's break this down, right, even further. So we have our fat-soluble vitamins, such as your vitamin A. It supports vision, immune health, and cellular repair. You have your vitamin D, that's vital for strong bones and muscle function. Vitamin E is an antioxidant powerhouse that protects your cells from damage. Vitamin K is crucial for blood clotting and bone health. So now before you just run to your nearest store, right, and just pick up all these vitamins and be like, oh my gosh, I need them. No, it's more important to understand the best practices to use these vitamins versus just taking all of them and not knowing if you even need it or how to take it. And then 3, where to take it, right? So fat-soluble vitamins are best absorbed when you pair them with dietary fat because they dissolve in fat and are stored in the body's fat tissue. Now here's how to maximize their absorption. Take with a meal containing healthy fats. Fat-soluble vitamins absorb more efficiently when consumed with a meal that includes healthy fats such as your avocados, nuts, seeds, olive oil, or fatty fish. You can pair them with a salad drizzled with olive oil or a handful of nuts is ideal. The time of day to take these vitamins are best taken with your largest meal of the day because larger meals tend to have more fat enhancing absorption. Now for most people, this is going to be your lunch or your dinner. So let's address how to pair them. So you have your vitamin D and vitamin K. They work together to support calcium metabolism, improving bone health, and reducing the risk of arterial calcification. You have your vitamin D and vitamin C. While not fat soluble, Vitamin C can actually regenerate oxidized vitamin E. It enhances its antioxidant effects. You have your vitamin A and zinc. They go together because zinc helps transport vitamin A in the body, making the combination effective for like your vision and your immune health. Now, you also want to avoid taking any of the fat-soluble items with high fiber foods, because fiber binds with fat-soluble vitamins, reduce their absorption. So if your meal is fiber heavy, consider taking the supplements at another time. Now, many of y'all shoot for these once a day multivitamin type regimens, but keep in mind, if your multivitamin includes fat-soluble vitamins are stored in the body. It's not necessary to take them daily, right? But consistency and timing helps maintain steady levels. Now here's another thing. Don't run and go take something that your body may not need, all right? First, you need to determine if there's even a deficiency. Then you can come back with the herbs, the minerals, the vitamins, what you need. Now I know you may say, well, I take the vitamins daily to prevent a deficiency, blah, 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 right? And although that theory is logical in some sense, and I'm not gonna tell you this next part to like scare you, but you need to be informed of what your possibilities are, okay? So taking vitamins when your body is not deficient can lead to unnecessary health risks and may not provide additional benefits. So like for example, you may experience toxicity from overdosing. Fat-soluble vitamins, for example, are stored in the liver and fat tissues, right? Well, taking excessive amounts can lead to toxic levels, causing symptoms like nausea, headaches, dizziness, and even organ damage. Let's take like vitamin A. Too much can cause liver damage and bone thinning. Too much vitamin D could lead to dangerously high calcium levels, resulting in kidney damage. By taking vitamins you don't need, it can cause interference with nutrient balance. So when you do like over supplementing one vitamin, you can actually disrupt the balance of others. So like excessive vitamin E can interfere with blood clotting by inhibiting vitamin K. High doses of vitamin D can reduce magnesium levels, leading to muscle cramps and things like fatigue. Overdosing can also lead to unnecessary strain on the body. Like your body has to work harder to excrete these out of the system because they're not being utilized or needed. Now you have like water-soluble vitamins, which are less toxic and can be used more frequently, okay? But the culprit is the fat-soluble ones. So be mindful of what you're doing, and we'll talk about the water-soluble vitamins here shortly and how you can take those and blah, blah, blah. But aside from all of that, just financially, there's a cost without benefit here. If your body is already getting sufficient nutrients from your foods, supplements often provide no added benefits and simply become an expensive addition to your routine. And now you just have very expensive pee. Oh, and let's not forget the overconfidence in health, or rather my hypochondria is out there, right? No shade. But keep in mind, relying on supplements can lead to a false sense of security, causing people to just neglect the importance of balanced diet or other healthy lifestyle choices. So just because you think you need a supplement doesn't actually mean you need it. So go determine if you need it first, then do the thing that you need to replenish it. But supplements are exactly what they are. To supplement what you're not getting. So focus on a balanced diet first, then you won't need extra supplements. All right? This leads to my next point. So when to use supplements, right? So the best approach is to only take vitamins based on confirmed deficiencies or increased needs, like during intense training, pregnancy, or recovery from illnesses. You could do like regular blood tests and professional guidance to ensure you're taking what your body actually needs. Like me, iron deficiency, vitamin D, I'm taking herbs to boost that, right? Right. Athletes can recognize a deficiency in fat-soluble vitamins, which are like, for remembering your A, D, and K. You can notice deficiencies through a variety of signs in the body. Basic signs and symptoms that impact your performance, your recovery, and overall health. So here's what to watch out for, right? You may have a vitamin A deficiency if you start experiencing poor night vision, dry eyes, frequent infections, or dry skin. This impacts the athlete by showing signs of reduced immune defense, slower wound healing, and even things like impaired recovery from injuries. Vitamin D deficiency shows signs as like fatigue, muscle weakness, joint pain, frequent illness or stress, fractures. Athletes will begin to notice decreased bone strength, higher risk of fractures, reduced muscle performance, and longer recovery times. Vitamin E deficiency shows as muscle weakness or poor coordination, or numbness and tingling in extremities, and that's due to like nerve damage. Athletes may experience reduced ability to repair oxidative damage caused by intense training, which actually just from leading to like slower recovery and increased fatigue. Vitamin K deficiencies, you have easy bruising, prolonged bleeding from cuts, or bone weaknesses. Athletes may experience compromised bone health, higher risk of injury, and slower healing of bruises and micro tears. Now, while symptoms provide clues to what is going on, they can overlap with other conditions. So, athletes, anyone really, should consult a healthcare provider for like a blood test to confirm vitamin levels. Then also start tracking your diet and identify gaps in nutrient intake. Cool? So, talked about fat-soluble. Now, as to not over talk about that, let's now move into our water-soluble vitamins. That would be like your B vitamins. So your B1, thiamine, B2, riboflavin, B3, niacin, B5, pantothenic acid, B6, B7, biotin, B9, folic, and B12. That's like energy production, brain function, and red blood cell formulation. You have your vitamin C, which is essential for immune defense, collagen production, recovery from intense workouts. Athletes also need essential minerals like your calcium for bone strength and muscle contraction. You could do magnesium, which reduces muscle cramps and boosts recovery. Iron to transport oxygen in your blood. You have zinc, supports your immune system and muscle repair. Potassium for electrolyte balance and preventing dehydration. And let's not forget like sodium, selenium, phosphorus, iodine, manganese, and copper, right? Which all play a specific role in keeping your body and the whole system ultimately just running smoothly. So where do herbs come into play? Because I know y'all were wondering. So grab your notes. This is the time to do that. Ready? Okay, so you have things like nettle, which is rich in iron and calcium and magnesium. Dandelion provides vitamin A, C, and K, plus potassium. Holy basil offers vitamin C and helps regulate stress hormones. Parsley, packed with vitamin K, vitamin C, and iron. Moringa is like your multivitamin in itself, right? It's loaded with vitamin A, C, E, and calcium. Herbs that are not classified as exclusively fat-soluble or water-soluble, but they contain compounds that dissolve and are extracted either in fat or water. And here's kind of like how those break down. Now, it's important to know which herbs contain fat-soluble compounds like your essential oils, carotenoids, or fat-soluble vitamins. Now, when you take one of these that I'm about to mention, you just want to make sure that you're taking them or consuming them with like healthy fats for maximum benefit. So you have herbs like turmeric that contains curcumin, which is a fat-soluble. Combine that with fat black pepper, which is your piperine, for better absorption. Another one is like ashwagandha. Fat-soluble component in this one is with enolids. Holy basil is tulsi, contains fat-soluble flavonoids and essential oils. Ginger contains gingerol, fat-soluble compound with anti-inflammatory properties. Rosemary contains fat-soluble antioxidants like carnosic acid and carnosol. Moringa, which is rich in water-soluble vitamins. It also contains fat-soluble vitamin A. Milk thistle contains silymarin, that's a fat-soluble compound for the liver health. You have water-soluble herbs that are rich in hydrophilic compounds like water-soluble vitamins, tannins, and polysaccharides. And these are best extracted in like things like your water, your teas, or infusions. Herbs like your nettle, which is rich in water-soluble minerals, kind of like I said, your iron, magnesium, and calcium. Peppermint contains hydrophilic flavonoids and phenolic acids. Chamomile, which is rich in water-soluble apigenin and flavonoids. Hibiscus is high in water-soluble vitamin C. Echinacea, it's a lot, contains water-soluble polysaccharides, right? That's great for immunity. Dandelion, the leaves are actually rich in water-soluble vitamins and minerals. Lemon balm contains water-soluble compounds like rosmarinic acid. Basically, you just want to remember to take your fat-soluble herbs, pair with healthy fats like your oils, avocado, or nuts to enhance absorption. You can use in oil infusions or fat-based recipes. You have your water-soluble herbs, you brew those as like your teas, infusions, or extracts the hydrophilic compounds out of that. Ultimately, look, don't let anyone tell you that you cannot get your vitamins and minerals from herbs. But more importantly, don't let nobody tell you that the only way to manage your deficiency is through drugs, all right? Start with your mindset. Determine that you want to be healthy. Then examine your meals, then move to herbs, and then if you're far too gone, then go to modern medicine. Fine, right? But start in that order first. But there's a whole bunch. I have some others listed. Just don't really feel like reading all of those. So at the end of the day, herbs have vitamins, they have minerals, they have nutrients. Make them a part of your daily life, right? So like turmeric. When I cook eggs, I sprinkle turmeric, black pepper in my eggs. So I'm getting a dose of it every day, right? So if you just start adding these herbs into your everyday life, it won't seem like a chore. Stay away from the capsules, sprinkle it on your foods, consume them, and you'll be good. All right, well, until next time, peace, love, and light. Ciao for now.